Hello lovely people, welcome back to Lifestyle Chapter by Frida. Today I'm going to share with you this mouth-watering recipe that is the peppered chicken gizzard recipe. I know you're going to love this recipe if you stay with me to the end of this video. And lovelies, if you're new to this channel, I welcome you to the family and please subscribe, and thank you so much for doing that. So these are the ingredients, that is the gizzard and the spices that I'm going to use for this recipe, and I know you are going to enjoy watching it. So let's get started. Here I'm going to put down a pot that I'll be cooking the gizzard in. So I'm pouring the gizzard from the bowl, I'm transferring it into the cooking pot. And here I have about 3 pounds of chicken gizzard that I'm using for this recipe, and to that I'm adding in some smoked paprika. So these are the seasonings that I showed you before, and also here is the cardamom powder. To that I have my Old Bay all-purpose seasoning, some ground ginger. Also I have here the hot chili powder. Also I have here my powdered onions and some powdered garlic or garlic powder. To that I'm also adding in this herb, that is the thyme. You can add some thyme to it to give it more flavor, and I'm stirring everything up nicely to mix well with the gizzard. And also I'm going to add in some salt to taste, to give the gizzard some taste for it to be enjoyed well. So I'm stirring that also up nicely. And to that I'll be adding in about a cup of water, which is going to help the gizzard to soften up. And after that I'll bring this to a boil. Going to it about 15 minutes. This is how the gizzard is looking. I'm stirring everything up nicely, and you can see the juices on it. It is still not yet done. I want the gizzard to be soft for it to be easier to chew or enjoy. So I'll cover it up and leave it to cook for about 15 minutes more. Here are the vegetables that I'm using for the sauce. That's a pepper sauce. I have the red bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, habanero pepper, and Korean chili pepper. I'm going to process this nicely in my blender, and look how it's looking. It is processed and going to sit and wait till I make the sauce. So going back to the gizzard, now the gizzard is all done. It is soft and it's juicy and it's smelling so great right now. So I'll allow it, I'll just turn off the fire and set it aside. Now I have my pan ready. I'm going to fry the gizzard, so I've poured in some oil, olive oil, into the pan, and I'm going to allow it to heat. After, I'll just pour in the gizzard and fry them until they turn golden brown. So to this I'll be stirring it so that it doesn't get burnt at the bottom. So here are our gizzard. It's all fried up. Look how beautiful it's looking and turning golden brown. I'll set that aside and make another oil ready for the sauce. Now I have the processed vegetables that I did earlier on into the oil, and I'm going to allow it to fry or cook for about 15 minutes. And to that, I've added in some of the stock of the gizzard, which has the seasonings or the spices. So I don't need to put any more spices in there because the sauce already had all the spices in there. And so this is going to make the pepper sauce very delicious. So I'll let it in for about 5 minutes to cook up with the pepper in there. And I tasted to find out I needed more salt, so I've added in some salt, which I'm stirring nicely. So what I'll be doing next is to add in the fried gizzard. And then I'll stir everything up together beautifully to make sure the gizzard is well coated with the pepper sauce. So here I'll leave it to simmer or to cook, to enter into the gizzard. I'll leave it on for about 6 to 8 minutes whilst I lower the heat from high to medium. Here I have some chopped red and yellow bell peppers that I'm using that as a garnish for the pepper sauce. So that is what I've added into the sauce to give it more flavor and texture. So I'll stir everything nicely up. Look how beautiful and colorful this recipe is looking, lovelies. I know when you try this, you will really enjoy it. So I'll leave this on to cook for about 3 minutes. I don't want the vegetables in there to be soft. I want it to be a little bit crunchy. So I'll leave it on for 3 minutes and then allow it to cook. Back to it. Now our peppered gizzard is all done, and lovelies, you can enjoy this recipe with anything you want. As you saw before, I was enjoying it with some jollof rice. You can as well enjoy it with anything that you feel like, or you can have it on its own. Go ahead and give this recipe a thumbs up and like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.